Either you take the vaccine or you get the coronavirus. I'm telling you, it's not.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. My name is Damian. As always, I'm excited to have you here today. So today we're going to be talking about something very different. We're going to be talking about the COVID-19 vaccine, and I brought my amazing husband here to talk to us about it because he has had the COVID-19 vaccine. I'm yet to have mine, and I hope to have it very soon. So because I know the vaccine just arrived in Nigeria, and there are so many speculations about it, so I decided to bring him here for him to talk to us about his experience and how everything went with him, so that at least seeing him and talking to us about it will be like have the ginger to go and have the vaccine. Actually, the vaccine is optional if you want to. So yes, let me introduce you to my wonderful, amazing husband.
Yeah, my name is Oluwasesan Omota Yokalaole. I'm husband to this wonderful, beautiful wife of mine. I'm husband to this beautiful woman.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
And welcome again to the YouTube channel.
So I just want to give an introduction or just a short summary about what vaccination is. Like, many people look at vaccination as a certain cure to something, but no, I just want to give, I did talk about vaccine in my past webinar. So vaccine works with the immune system. Now it's just like the vaccine is all about you having a dead pathogen or a dead cell of the infection, and the dead cell of infection is given to you, which allows your immune system to build an antibody to be able to fight it when the real disease or the real infection comes into play. So the vaccination is working hand in hand with your immune system. Take for instance chicken pox. Now I know they say when you have chicken pox you don't have it again. Why? Because your immune system has been able to build an antibody to be able to fight it. So that is just a summary about what vaccination is all about. So it's not like it's when you are sick they give you, when you have malaria they give you anti-malaria, when you have typhoid they give you, or infection they give you antibiotics. So vaccine works in a different way. So my husband has taken the COVID-19 vaccine, so I just want him to share with us his experience, if he had any challenges, if he had any symptoms after taking it, if there's anything, you just talk to us about it. So over to you.
Yeah, I will just give you a background about the vaccine, which I would say it's a choice. It's not something that has to be mandatory, because so many people have some doubts or some thoughts about it. So taking the vaccine is not a big deal. It's not, I never had any reactions as regards to taking the vaccine. But if I would just give a background check of how I decided to take the vaccine, my thoughts were just because I looked at it that the coronavirus is not going to live again. It's either you get the virus or you take the vaccine. So I already had that logic thought in my mind. So the opportunity now came that I had to just go and take the vaccine, because I work here in UAE, and fortunately there's a place close to where I worked and they're giving the vaccine. Normally you have to book the vaccine taking the vaccine ahead of taking the vaccine. So I got the information, and I and my colleagues, we went to take the vaccine. And when we got there, we had to fill a form, and then filling the form, and then they did some tests, blood pressure tests. If your blood pressure is high, so they will desist from giving you the vaccine. So my blood pressure was okay, and then I took the vaccine, and you have to wait for like 15 minutes to see if there's any reaction from taking the vaccine. So after taking the vaccine, I discovered that there is no reaction. I was not feeling anything. I was just normal as usual. So I went back to my office, and I took the second dose after 21 days. And the only thing I can say that I feel when I took the vaccine for the second dose was just the pain where I took the vaccine. just like itchy and all that. So, but there's nothing to worry about it. So that was my reaction.
Okay, and I think another reaction to you were having sleep talking in the night.
Sleep talking, I think maybe over stress. When did you notice that?
The night you took the vaccine.
The night, okay, maybe. I think what happened that day was it was a stressful day. It was a stressful for the second dose. It was a stressful day because when we got there, they were giving some stories and all that. We came for the second dose and the stress I had to pass through. I went some areas, went back, came back, did some things, had to go back, did some things at work, so many things. So I feel maybe because of the stress on that particular day.
So I just want to give a background about vaccine. I didn't really give an introduction about it. Vaccine is not something that anybody should be scared of or afraid of. As I said, I'm not a medical doctor. It's just based on my research that I've done because I'm someone who loves to do research. So vaccine works with the immune system. Talk about like in Nigeria, because I know so many people have different ideas and so many people have different mentalities about going ahead to take the vaccine. Like I've been seeing so many things running around in the social media and like
I'll just say from my own point of my own view about it is because you notice some people not even wearing the mask properly. Some people are not even maintaining social distancing. Yeah. Some people are not even washing their mask. Okay. Because some people wear a Ashwebi mask. They go to the tailor and get the mask from the tailor and then they wear. On a normal day, which you're supposed to wear a mask for a period of 8 hours. So wow. Having seen all those things, you just look at. And the coronavirus is spreading everywhere. Some people are infected with this coronavirus without even the symptoms, And then you look at all these things and you don't have any other choice to just. It's not like I'm scared or I'm afraid of anything. No, but I'm just trying to be part of those agents to stop the spread. Or it's not as if even if you are vaccinated you will not get the virus. Okay. But you have to still maintain your social distance. But when you get the vaccine, it means like you are infected again with the virus. It might not be as serious as it should be. So getting the vaccine, I feel it's better.
Okay. Now you made mention about the mask, using it for 8 hours. Like me, I always hear it from you, but I really didn't know why I should reuse my disposable mask like for 8 hours and why we must wash the mask. Like
reuse. I'm not saying reuse.
No, like you said, that's the disposable mask. We are supposed to use it for a maximum of 8 hours. And even those that go to the tailor, because I know so many times I see different type of colorful mask and you said people don't even wash it.
Yeah.
So why must we wash the mask? Because I feel when you're putting on the mask, like you are protected. So why should you wash the mask? Like I'm just speaking like a toddler, a baby who wants to know why should I wash the mask or why should I reuse the disposable mask for 8 hours?
Reuse?
To use another one. I mean. You
mean for those ones that you took from the tailor?
Yeah.
You have to wash it because you don't know what has affected the mask. So you just have to wash it. The mask, the surgical mask that we are using is supposed to be 8 hours. And you are using something that is medically, and then you are using something that you took from the tailor and you are using it and you are not washing it. It's not medically sanitized. It's not what's it called? It's not clean enough to say you have a maximum or that kind of protection you have for the mask. So it is advisable to wash it for after maybe you go out in a day, you use the mask, then you have to wash it when you get back home. Then the following day you put it on again and go do your normal activity.
Okay, I've seen so many people compare the COVID-19 symptoms to others, like the main flu. I see so many people compare it. Will you say it's different? Because I don't know why there are some ideas. Like for instance, I saw someone saying COVID-19 is just like any other cough or any other flu. I really don't know anyone who has passed through, but those who have gone through it have said that it's something very severe. Like I know an average Nigerian has had malaria, especially when you are staying in Nigeria. So the symptoms are kind of similar, like you have the high temperature, you have the body pains, you have the chills, you have the nausea, you have the cough, catarrh. So sometimes the symptoms are linked to it, and that brings me to when I was in the US and I was having chills and high fever, and my mom was like, okay, could this be malaria? And once the doctor heard malaria, they were like, malaria, you have to be isolated. So like I feel we Nigerians, we are used to the symptoms of malaria. We tend to think, okay, malaria and COVID-19 should be like intertwined. If you have malaria, I don't know if you understand what I'm talking about.
Can be.
So I don't know how it is to convince people that COVID is actually different from malaria, or COVID is actually different from normal flu or normal influenza.
You might have symptoms similar to COVID-19, but does not mean that you are COVID-19.
Okay.
But that should be tested. Yeah. If the test shows that you are COVID-19 infected, so that's COVID-19. But I don't see why people will have to like compare COVID-19 with malaria. COVID-19 is a transmittable disease through droplets. While malaria, it's not through droplets. It's not transmittable. If you have malaria, we are here in UAE. It's not. Doesn't mean that. Or how will I put it? It's not. There's no mosquito, right?
Yeah.
So you can't say COVID-19. It's comparing. You can't compare COVID-19 and malaria together. It is something that is transmittable. If I have COVID-19, God forbid, then that means it's definitely the other person that is not taking or being protected will have it, because maybe you are sharing some things together, towels, toothbrush, some other things, spoons and all that. Yeah, so the droplets, you get infected through those droplets. Or someone like sneezing is not closing his mouth, and you're close to the person and you're not wearing your mask, you're not maintaining the social distance and all that. So it's something that is. And I watched a video of a droplet when someone sneezes. I've seen some research where someone was sneezing and it's in an enclosed area where someone sneezed, and they were trying to show how the droplet can transfer or can move from one point to the other. So that's just it. You can't compare it with malaria. It might be the same symptoms, but you can't compare it.
I feel you should get tested. Like I was watching most YouTube videos, and I see so many people say, okay, first of all, they were having chills, they were having fever, but they were still suspecting malaria, and they were still walking up and down and trying. I don't know how that works, but I feel once you start feeling symptoms that you know is harder, you should try as much as you can to isolate yourself. You don't know what it is until you are tested. Like many people, because they feel certain symptoms, they feel, okay, it's just the normal malaria or maybe normal sickness, and they tend to start infecting others, and you don't know how your body system can take it. Like I see some people youths in UK, they feel like, oh, this coronavirus is just for adults, like it's very hard on adults. Like we youth, we can still go about our rocking our parties and all that. And I see some of them end up getting the COVID and they didn't make it. Why? Because you don't know how strong your immune system is and you don't know how strong you are. So the best thing you can do for yourself is to be careful, to do the precaution, wear your face mask if you have to, when you need to. Please avoid social gathering of so many people, and as well please be hygienic and washing your hands. Yes, if you are someone who is very hygienic, you'll be used to it and you won't see anything. Now I know for the COVID-19 here, for pregnant women it's not advised that you take it. For women who are waiting for, want to have their babies in the next 3 months, it's not advisable you take it. And for breastfeeding mothers as well. And I also did some research and I found out that most anti-malarials too we take is also has to do with if you are pregnant women and all those precautions. So if you can, it's a choice, as my husband has said. If you can and if you want to, it's a choice. Please take the COVID-19.
Well, you know, one thing you need to understand, one thing people need to understand, see, COVID-19 is not going to go. It's not leaving at all. So people that are having this doubt, I know there are so many things that have gone wrong about the vaccine and all that. It's either you take the vaccine or you get the coronavirus. I'm telling you, it's not. That's just it. There's no two way about it. You can't run away from it. It's not. Corona is not living. And again, people are infected every day. People are infected. There are people that are infected without you even. They don't have symptoms. So if you're saying you're not going to take the vaccine, definitely. See, recently when I used to hear the coronavirus is somewhere, you know, they'll say some people have coronavirus and all that. I used to look, wow, coronavirus was close to my office. There are so many people that I know that are infected. Then I'm like, wow,
it's close.
It's already here. So there's no way that you can't even run away from it.
I remember when the coronavirus nearly came, it was like, when you just see one person, we'll be like scared. We're not here, is it this building? Let's not go to this building. Is it this area? Let's not go to this area. So it's like we're afraid. But now everybody's just like, okay, you come through it, God will heal you in Jesus' name.
And people are not even
taking precautions.
Yeah, they don't take any of those precautions. They don't even wear masks properly. They put the mask in their nose, and you know, they just do things like, and you'll be wondering. So you just have to take the vaccine. You don't have any choice. You just have to take it.
Oh my God. Now this brings me to, when I was doing research, when the COVID-19 just came, I saw a documentary on Netflix and they were talking about the previous pandemics. Like we saw the influenza, we saw the Spanish flu, and we saw the way everything went about. So it's just like history repeating itself. And I remember that period too, they had to beg people, please wear your face masks, put on your face mask. And since then, many people have been saying there's definitely going to be a pandemic. And because of the way human beings now operating, that's we now travel up and down, we are now relating with each other, and aside that, we are now bringing animals. I believe all those sicknesses come from animals. It's based on the research I did and the documentary I watched. So that is why this coronavirus, this illness is now with us. So I believe it's just like history repeating itself, like different influenza has been, like different this is not the first time we are witnessing a pandemic in history. There's been different events of pandemics. So I believe this is time for us to act now. Don't say because you read certain thing and this and that. If you must do your research by yourself, do your research, be informed. Don't let someone tell you this and another person tell you that don't take the vaccine. Do your research yourself. I'm so happy that in our generation now we are entitled and we have internet, we have so many access to research that we could do, and you know more about the research. I know, yes, many people will be like, oh, the coronavirus vaccine was so fast. There are so many vaccines, took them years, but the truth about it is that they definitely knew.
If you say it's so fast, but you're taking Panadol now. People are taking Panadol. Do you know do you know the impact of Panadol on the lives of people? Some people, if you are, I don't know how people think, and they say the vaccine is not that okay, blah 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 and stuff. you know, you are taking Panadol. If you are taking Panadol, that means if you have taken some vaccine while you are a kid and that you don't even know anything about it. So what's the point of now taking the vaccine?
When you're an adult.
When you're an adult and when you are in this situation, this crisis, you know, I wonder how people used to think, you know. And they say, I heard someone saying that coronavirus, if some doctors trying to compare some doctors not taking the vaccine. Well, I just want to say one thing, that if you can go and meet those frontliners, those ones handling this COVID patients, then you can be able to see what they are passing through. Then your mind, you make up your mind to decide to take the vaccine.
I don't believe taking the vaccine even help cut the spread of the coronavirus. It helps us beat it, because just as my husband said, like, coronavirus is not going anywhere. It's like a new disease which just surfaced. So if you are saying and expecting, okay, it's going to go, and you are not taking actions and you are not taking precautions, definitely I believe it's not a respecter of anybody, then you want to have the COVID. So we have to take precautions.
Okay.
Yeah. And if you can, and if you must, it's optional. Please take the vaccine. Please take the vaccine, and please, let's stay safe. Like
no, you don't have to beg them. You don't have to beg anyone. Please take vaccine. No.
No, I'm saying please stay safe.
No, you don't have to beg anyone that please take vaccine.
Okay.
No, the thing is a choice. Is either you take the vaccine or you get Koro. Finish. That's it. It's a two-way thing. Because the coronavirus is not leaving. It will not go. That's come to stay. It's living with us. So it's either you take the vaccine or you get the coronavirus. If you take the if you are infected with the coronavirus, it's okay. It's not doesn't mean that it's the end of the world.
Yes.
And doesn't mean that you're not going to beat it. If you are fortunate enough to beat it, good. But if you have not been infected, our advice is just the best choice to take the vaccine. I took the sinopharm.
Yeah, I was about to ask now.
Sinopharm vaccine. There are other ones, that the Pfizer, the Oxford type, and all that. So whichever one you're able to lay your hands on, that is available on your locality, then you can take it.
So the sinopharm actually is from China.
Yeah, it's from China.
So why did you? I was teasing my husband that he decided to take the sinopharm because the COVID originated from China. So the sinopharm is from China. So now, if it originated from there, they are going to see what they can do to have a cure. So that's the reason why I felt he took it. But me, I want to take the Pfizer.
Take whichever one you want to take. All of them are. They are all vaccine. It's irrespective of the location, the UK, India, China, whatever. It's a vaccine, and if it is effective enough, fine. And if it is going to beat the spread of the coronavirus, fine. The point is that we are trying to limit, or we are trying to reduce. Yeah, we are trying to reduce this coronavirus. Or every day you get to hear the news, and it's still counting.
Yeah.
Still counting. I don't know about Nigeria, if they are still taking the count.
Yeah, I normally see.
I stopped listening to
news because I always see it on people's WhatsApp. I always see the counts, and I'm happy in Nigeria it's not as high as here. I think maybe yesterday was about 400 plus.
No, I don't know.
And I think, but yeah. And please eat well so that you can boost your immune system as well. So your immune system will be able to fight any infection or any disease. So as I said earlier on, the vaccines work with our immune system to build. The immune system is so strong that it has the memory, it has the T cells of every infection that it has come across. So that's why it's able to fight it when the real one comes. And that's why we vaccinate our little ones from as they were born. Like our little one took how many vaccines? Went from 0 to 1 year plus. I can't even recall how many vaccines he took.
I think 15 months. After
15 months. Yeah, he's still going to take as time goes on. But for now, it's... So any other last words, man?
There's no any other words, but just...
Right. Stay safe.
Stay safe, okay. Stay safe. It's good. But you can't stay safe enough. You can't stay safe enough. Because... forget about that. It has come to stay. It's closed. Everybody is infected. People are infected. So you can't run away from it. So it's better you get the vaccine or you get the coronavirus. I'm not wishing anyone coronavirus or anything. I'm just saying my logical thinking. It's just logic. It will not go. Do you think coronavirus will?
Me basically, I just based on what I've done research on, I've seen so many diseases that we are even living with now. Where pandemics then, where epidemics then, but we are able to live with it because definitely they are either vaccine or treatment. So that's just the same way with the corona. It's just a new disease. Yeah. So I don't think it's going to go, because as long as we both have human beings staying with each other, we both interact with people, and we are not taking precaution, definitely it's still going to move around.
People should not even allow anyone to deceive them.
That's the truth. I saw something very striking today, and I was wondering, like, someone was like, those that are taking the COVID vaccine, they are lying, and they're actually giving them sicknesses. And I was like, my husband took it January, right? He took it, and this is 2 months now.
He took it February.
No, he took it January. The first dose in January.
Yeah, okay.
Then the second dose first week in February. So I saw that he didn't have any reaction. He didn't have any. There was not changes apart from maybe the second dose. He just felt slight pain, which is normal. And they were saying that if you are taking the COVID-19, they are giving you disease and the sicknesses, so people should not take. I'm like, for goodness sake, you guys don't know. I had to reply, and the person was like, no, the ones they brought to Nigeria is the one that is people should not take. That the ones they brought to Nigeria is fake. Like, we have to actually debunk some.
I think the one they brought to Nigeria is
Oxford.
It will take about not 21 days. It will take about 28 days.
Oh, really?
To take the second dose, yeah.
Oh.
I think so, yeah. I think so, for AstraZeneca.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I heard the AstraZeneca works with the second strain that was found in the UK.
Wow, I don't know.
Yeah, when I did the research. So basically, please, let's make the rightful decisions. This is not to force you, as he said, it's not compulsory, but let's make rightful decisions. Please stay safe. Please, let's coronavirus.
Please wash your mask, oh.
Which one? The one they did from Taylor?
Yeah, even if you were using the surgical mask, replace it after 8 hours, and then, yeah, replace it now. Okay. You have to replace it. I know you are not replacing your mask.
I don't go out for 8 hours now, so...
The one you used in previous days, you want to use it again.
When was that?
You keep them now, you are storing them.
No, I used to throw it now. I'm a big girl, I can't be storing masks. I used to feel for the mask, like, I just wore this mask for 1 minute.
How much is the mask?
I just used to feel bad for the
disposable mask now, you have to throw it away, and it's not that expensive, so from before it was that expensive, but now they've considered
so many
that to reduce and to make sure people are wearing masks. That's why they have to reduce the cost.
Yes, I want to ask you a question. Like, you spoke about the mask. You go to work every day, so do you wear 2 masks in a day? Because you stay at work over 8 hours.
Each day I'm going to work, I use new mask. And when I get to work, the one I take from home, I keep it, and we in our workplace we have access to masks. So you can. So if I'm going to go to the site, visit the site, I'll take one mask, another one, and then use it. Then once I get back from the site, I dispose it. Then I use the one I'm going back with to the house.
Okay. Oh, that's good.
That's what I'm doing. So whenever I'm going, I have my hand sanitizer. I have my table.
So yeah, thank you so much everyone. I hope you enjoyed our video, and I hope we've been able to help you take rightful, informed decision about what to do in regards to the COVID-19 vaccine. So yeah, I just want my husband to say his last words.
It's your choice. Take the vaccine. Oh. I would advise you take the vaccine. So there's no any reaction. Say if you have maybe some complications or anything. So that's my own last words.
Alright, thank you so much for listening. We really appreciate you, and hope to see you in our next video. Until then, please stay safe, and remember, your little one needs all the nutrients they can get from
healthy food, or is it healthy food?
Real food.
Real food, yeah.
Yes, the keys together. So please don't forget to
smash and hit the button, the like button.
Yes.
And the subscribe to our channel.
Yes.
To my beautiful wife's channel.
Thank you.
And make your comments. We make the
conversation rolling
to grow like that, you know.
Thank you so much. I'll definitely see you in our next one. Until then, bye.
See ya.